Hello, this is Jay Peak, President of Peak Financial Corporation. I want to thank you very much for taking time to learn about safe money tax-free retirement planning. This is a huge deal for affluent clients that want to retire tax-free, have access to long-term care benefits within their policy, and also pass their money tax-free to the beneficiaries of their choice. So you're fixing a lot of problems with one policy. One, taxation, as we know, it can be a major problem in retirement, meaning that you have a partner in your IRA or your 401k. His name's Uncle Sam. So even though you think you have $1 million, for example, in your retirement account and you're good to go, you really don't because a portion of that money belongs to Uncle Sam. And so that's a big deal. Even if you don't want to take money out of your retirement account or qualified account, there's a forced taxation called RMD at 70.5, which you may not know about. So there's all kinds of reasons why Uncle Sam's going to get his money or his hands on your retirement money. And if you put your money into a tax-free retirement account, then those issues aren't as big of a deal as they are in a 401k, for example. Now, what is a tax retirement planning? Well, essentially, it's a permanent life policy. It could be whole life or universal life that you put money in. You get the least amount of death benefit possible for the maximum amount of cash value growth potential, which basically meaning that the fees inside of a policy primarily go to pay for policy fees, administration fees, and your death benefit. So the lower your death benefit, the lower those fees, and you're overfunding it above and beyond that. So said another way, if your fees inside the policy are $20 and you're putting in $100, you're overfunding $80 into the policy. Now, when you put money into a policy like this, it's going to grow tax deferred, and there's all kinds of ways it can grow with dividends from a whole life policy and a declared interest rate, or it could be in a index account, which means that there's a floor of 0% typically, or maybe a minimum guaranteed interest rate and a cap on how much you can make. We'll discuss those different types of policies with you if you call us and see which one's best for you. But essentially, you're able to put money in these types of accounts. It grows tax deferred, and you take the money out tax free. And you may be asking yourself, how do you take it out tax free? Well, if you have a 401k or any kind of qualified account and you take money out of that policy, it comes out as a distribution, meaning that you owe tax at the end of the year on that distribution at ordinary income, which could also affect your Social Security check if you're retiring prior to full retirement age, and a lot of other factors involved. Now, if you borrow against a life insurance policy, it's not taxable. So think about it like this. If you go to the car lot and you buy a car and you get a loan, there's potentially tax on that car, but there's not tax on the loan. You can't tax the loan. So we use special tax provisions and codes to borrow against the death benefit in retirement, which keeps you from paying tax because now you're not taking distribution, you're taking a loan. The collateralization for the death benefit is the death benefit for the loan. So once you pass away, the money that you had borrowed will subtract from the death benefit, and the rest of the death benefit will go tax-free to the beneficiary. Okay, just as a really easy example, you had a $100,000 death benefit, you borrowed $10,000, $90,000 would pass to your beneficiary tax-free, and you would have got $10,000 of tax-free income in retirement. Now, you also have early access to your portfolio. A lot of people don't consider this, but when you put your money in a qualified account, you have to leave in there until you're 59.5, or they charge you a penalty for taking out that money prior to 59.5 and taxes on top of that. So it's about a 10% penalty plus your taxes. So assuming you're in a 25% tax bracket, you could lose 35% of your money with the penalty included in it just by early access. And that's a problem for a lot of people. So a lot of people want to retire earlier than 59, or maybe you want to have many vacations along the way and use your retirement and have a quality of life. And you can't really do that with a 401k or IRA or whatever qualified account you have. Some of them have different rules based on hardship and stuff like that, but essentially it's not as simple as calling up and saying, hey, I want a check, and they send it to you. There's always a bunch of forms and things you have to sign to acknowledge that you're going to lose a bunch of money. With this type of account, there's no 59.5 rule, so you can take out your money, assuming you had cash value in there whenever you'd like to. Now, we talked about borrowing against the death benefit, which is huge. Again, you're borrowing against the death benefit. You're not taking distribution, which that means you can't tax a loan. And again, the death benefit, your collateralization. Your principal and interest are protected, so you'll never lose a penny due to stock market loss. That's fantastic. That's the way that a lot of people like to save, because you're never participating in the downside of the market. So if you had $100,000 in there and the market drops 20%, you still have $100,000 in there. And when the market goes up, now you're earning interest on the 100,000, not down to 80,000, for example, and trying to make back all your old money. You'll never have to worry about making your old money back again. This type of retirement account, and a specialist on your side, which is me. So if you'd like more information, be sure to go to peakfinancialcorporation.com. I'll help you understand your situation, see if this is right for you, and we'll pull some custom numbers to see what your retirement would look like potentially with this type of account. And you can go to my website, peakfinancialcorporation.com, enter your information, and we'll just have a conversation about it. Now, I'll tell you that this account is not right for everybody, okay? There are other options, and this may be a portion of it. It's not right for all your money, but I will tell you that if you're healthy, you're younger, meaning younger than age 50, and you're looking to save for retirement, and you're not wanting to give Uncle Sam some of your retirement money, this is a great plan for you. So if you'd like more information, please go to peakfinancialcorporation.com, look at our website, enter your information, or call 844-J-PEAK, and we will get in contact with you soon. Thank you so much, and we look forward to speaking with you soon.